What's good, guys? Hopefully you guys are good. Hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are good. Hopefully you guys have a great week. Welcome to 6 Best Bets, including Lock of the Week, including 2 bonuses that I have for you guys at the end. It's going to be a very, very good video that I have in store for you guys. One thing I want to mention is we are on a 6-fight Lock of the Week streak, including Brian Battle, Roman Dolidze, Ramazan Tamidov, Charles Johnson, Lerone Murphy, and Mike Malott. Mike Malott wasn't able to finish that fight inside the distance, though, but he still was able to cash as a Lock of the Week. I want to mention that this Saturday I'm not going to be able to watch the fights live because I have something to go to. So this Lock of the Week is probably going to be one of my most chalky Lock of the Weeks I've ever had. So let's get into it. Let me show you my 6 best bets of the week. Let me show you what I got in store. And let me show you my props and my money lines. Let's get into it. Like the video. Subscribe, hit the bell, almost to 2,000 subs. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys given me, and thank you guys for enjoying this series because it seems like you guys like this series. So welcome to 6 Best Bets and Lock of the Week. My first most confident pick of the week, Cortavius Romias. He fought on Dana White Contender Series 9-2-0. The first time he fought on Dana White Contender Series, he didn't have that much success. He fought against Roman Tavares, and I just want to say that this guy, Roman Tavares, is going to be really good. I did continue to fight, but we know that that's part of his game. He likes to fight crazy. He likes to fight wild. And including here, I had to find this. I had to look deep to find this. Cortavius Romias, 7-1 at the time. This is how he looked. I thought that this was one of... What is this guy? Is he friends with Joaquin Buckley? Because look at this KO. This is the type of Joaquin Buckley type KO. Look at that KO. Look, is that guy alive? You got some Bernardo Sopa. No, I'm just kidding. But, dude, that is insane. The fact that he's able to knock him out with the back. This is the second back. Okay, this is the second spin back kick knockout I've ever seen in my entire life. I haven't seen a knockout like this in a long time. And the last time I saw it was Joaquin Buckley. So the fact that this guy spins, lands right on the chin, takes this guy out, goes to sleep for a long time, means that this guy has very good explosive power and very good technique. I think he should be able to win this fight. He does have a little bit of a tough matchup in his hands against Gaston Balanos, who is a plus 164, and Romias is a minus 215. I recommend just take money line. I think it's the best option, and I think Cortavius Romias is a good pick for my first most confident pick of the week. My second most confident pick of the week, I want to mention, it's going to get better as we go on. So here we go. Damon Blackshear, 14-7-0. Damon Blackshear is set to face off against Cody Stamann. Damon Blackshear is a minus 290, set to face off against a plus 215 Cody Stamann. We have to mention that Damon Blackshear is on a skid. Lost to Montel Jackson around 18 seconds into that, and then Mario Batista he lost as well. Very competitive fight against Mario Batista, and he also lost to Faid Basharat. This is a nice little 2-leg parlay that I like to mention. Damon Blackshear and Gillian Robertson, very good parlay. UFC Vegas 100 parlay, plus 104. And then you could put a little bit of cash on that, put a little bit of sprinkle on that. A little nice little 2-leg parlay, Damon Blackshear and Gillian Robertson. Cody Stamann is a good wrestler. Fighting, this is a do-or-die fight. I think both of these guys are on skids. They both have lost their recent fight. And I think this is a do-or-die for both of them. I think whoever loses this fight is going to get cut from the UFC. Blackshear had a successful twister against Johnson. One of my favorite submissions, by the way, just to watch, because we saw Bryce Mitchell hit one of these, and this was the third twister submission in UFC history. So the fact that he was able to hit that shows that this guy has very good BJJ, and he should be able to get a submission win over Cody Stamann, if not win a hard-fought, competitive 15-minute battle. I was looking at these flying cows. He should be able to win a hard-fought decision, so I took double chance. Damon Blackshear by submission or on points, because you never know. But if you want to play it safe, take money line at a minus 270, and you could take him with Gillian Robertson as a nice little 2-leg. We're going to go and look at one thing that we have to mention this as well, how this is a do-or-die fight for both of them. That both of these guys have to take this fight, and they have to win this fight, so they're going to be coming with everything that they have. Not only are they going to be coming with everything that they have, but they're going to be coming with all of their might, all of their power. Sorry about that. The lighting was a little bit off. Cody Stamann is a beast. Reminds me a little bit of Garrett Armfield because of the tattoos, but also in the styles as well. This guy had a very good comment. He said both coming off of 2 L's. Both of them are coming off of 2 L's. Let me zoom in a little bit. They're both coming off of 2 L's, right? So he said both coming off of 2 L's could be a do or die for either fighter. And I think this is perfect. Sucks for Blackshear, though. Thought he beat Batista, and the very next fight, he gets nuked immediately. I don't know if he really beat Batista. Batista has very close fights, and then he tends to win them. But we know that Blackshear needs to win this fight, and I think his motivation should be there. It should be settled, and it should be in a good position, and he should be in a great headspace to win this fight on Saturday against Cody Stamann. So give me Damon Blackshear at -290 to win his fight against Cody Stamann. Those are my 2 most confident picks of the week. My 3rd most confident pick of the week, without further ado, let's get it. This was going to be my lock of the week, but not my lock of the week. I'm going to play it a little bit more safer. Here we go. Charles Radke, 9-4-0, set to face off against Matthew Semmelsberger, who's +134. Charles Radke's -172. The props aren't out yet for this fight, but I have a good prop for you guys. Charles Radke will fight Matthew Semmelsberger, UFC 100. Very good matchup. Very good matchup on our hands. Very good fight. One thing I want to mention is that this guy, Charles Radke, is very susceptible to the body. I'm very confident in Charles Radke to beat Matthew Semmelsberger. Excuse me. Matthew Semmelsberger has a lot of fast finishes. He has a lot of knockouts, and he has a lot of knockdowns. He's knocked down almost every single one of his opponents that he's fought, if not every single opponent that he's fought. And he has very good power. We know Charles Radke in this fight was wrestling way too hard, ended up exploding his entire gas tank. And then when he gets hit to the body, he tends to fold. We saw against Carlos Prates, when he got hit to the body, he tends to fold as well. So this is one of my main reasons why Charles Radke's not my lock of the week. He was going to be my lock of the week, but the reason why he's not my lock of the week is because of how he looks when he's tired. When he gets into the pocket, he's just trying to defend, just trying to move his head. Gets hit to the body, and he's out. That body shot, I could eat that body shot. But I know this guy's tired, and he tends to just fold over, and he's done. Charles Radke's one of the most weakest fighters, other than Anthony Hernandez, to the body. You touch this guy's body once, you blow up a kiss to this guy's body, and he's going to go down. Charles Radke's going to be the pick against Matthew Semmelsberger, but I wanted to let you guys know that this guy, Charles Radke, was winning this fight, ended up selling the entire fight, because he blew out his gas tank in round 2 and then quit to a body shot. So we have to be careful with Charles Radke. I just think that Matthew Semmelsberger is not that good when it comes to the takedown defense, but we know that if Matthew Semmelsberger can keep this fight on the feet, he should be able to win that fight. But I'm going to go Charles Radke to win this fight at a -172. You can see why the odds are kind of close. This is him against Carlos Prates. We have to look at this fight as well, because there's no way we could talk about Charles Radke without talking about Carlos Prates. We saw Charles Radke have a little bit of success against Carlos Prates, if not the most success we've seen against Carlos Prates, but it was only in round 1. It was only in 5 minutes. Carlos Prates tries to close the distance, tries to land. Carlos Prates reminds me so much of an Alex Pereira, the way he's able to just, his long legs, his calf kicks, his takedown defense is perfect. Able to keep that leg kick going. Charles Radke was able to land some very good strikes, but I have to mention how Charles Radke's susceptibility to the body is almost weird. It's so weird how open this guy Charles Radke is to the body. And I guess that's because of his game plan. It's his fight. It's his style. I mean, the way his whole guard, his whole body's open. But I think Charles Radke looked very good in this fight. If not, he looked amazing in this fight up until the knockout. We have to mention, though, how Charles Radke has some of the questionable defense. Sometimes he gets hit a little too much, a little more often than you would like him to. He gets hit to that body. We've already seen that knee land to the body a couple of times, and that left hand land straight through. Carlos Prates managing distance. Misses that knee, but you know Prates already sees the opening. He already sees that this guy's body is open. So he holds his hand, throws the knee right up the middle. Boom. Charles Radke's done. That's it. The fact that Charles Radke is so weak to the body is why I don't put him as my lock of the week. But keep in mind, this guy was going to be my lock of the week, so I think he should be able to beat Matthew Semmelsberger. And the official prop for this fight Official play for UFC Vegas 100. Charles Radke versus Matthew Semelsberger. Fight goes the distance. Plus 105 for 1 unit. This guy put 1 unit. So, give me that this fight against Charles Radke and Matthew Semelsberger goes the distance. Sorry, guys. I'm getting sick. It's that time of the year. So, give me Charles Radke to win this fight at a minus 172 against Matthew Semelsberger, who's a plus 134. And give me that this fight goes the distance at a plus 105. Let's get it. Those are my 3 most confident picks of the week. Cortavius, Damon Blackshear, Charles Radke, my lock of the week. Here we go. I had to give you guys a good lock of the week, a lock of the week that I know is going to hit if I'm not there. I'm not going to be able to watch these fights live. I'm going to be working. So, I got to show you guys this one. Let's go. Mansour Abdul Malik, 6-0, making his UFC debut. We know that guys at a UFC debut tend to win at a 30% clip. Sometimes they don't always win, so there's a little bit of a risk pick. But we know that this guy's a minus 390, minus 400 against Dusko Todorovic, who's a plus 280. One thing I know is that Mansour is a guy who is relentless with his ground and pound, and he has a lot of finishes, especially them being very early inside of the fight. So right here we have round 2, round 1, round 1, round 1, guillotine, round 1, round 1, and round 1. The reason why this guy's going to be my lock of the week is because I think this guy is going to definitely finish this fight inside the distance. Not only do I think this guy can finish this fight inside the distance, but I think this guy has some type of power that we need to see in a good UFC debut. If you're going to have a successful debut, you got to have some good wrestling and some good power. I think a guy like this who's able to hit you a couple of times and he ends up putting your lights out is in very good fashion to win this Saturday. Not only is he able to win this Saturday, but he's able to land ground and pound shots at a very good accuracy. 1, 2. The first shot, the guy was out already. 1, he's out already. 2, 3, 4. In a fast fashion, I think he should be able to land on Dusko, if not finish him by KO, if not by submission. We know this guy has relentless ground and pound, but his elbows are one of my favorites to watch. Look at his elbows. This is what I like to see. You will never see a guy like Merab Dvalishvili, a guy like, maybe Khabib will do that, but you will never see a Merab or an Umar Nurmagomedov throw elbows like that. This is trying to finish the fight, not just trying to hug your nuts. This is a guy who I like to win this fight. At a minus 400, give me Mansour Abdul Malik. Give me the under 2.5, and give me him to win this fight inside the distance. There's a nice little 2-leg parlay that goes for minus 133. Mansour Abdul Malik money line and Bernardo Sopai money line comes out to a minus 133. I think both of those guys win, and I think it should be hit. I think it should hit. Very good fashion. I think it should hit. So, those were my 4 picks. Cortavius, Damon, Mansour, Charles Radke, my 5th most confident pick of the week. Gillian Robertson, 14-8-0. I know a lot of people have her as lock of the week and they have her as inside the distance. I like that. I really like that. I was actually going to choose her as my lock of the week, but we know that this girl's a minus 430. She's a bigger favorite than Mansour Abdul Malik, which is absolutely insane. Gillian Robertson has been a good soldier. She's been a good soldier. 2.5 under risk is risky. So the under 2.5 right here is pretty good. Total rounds under 2.5 is a minus 148, and over 2.5 is a plus 116. She finishes a lot of her fights under 2.5. I think it's going to be a very competitive fight against Luana Pinheiro, and I think she should be able to finish Luana Pinheiro. Somebody said, gonna smoke that fraud. Never forget when Pinheiro lost to Waterson and got gifted that W. Could be 1-4. On her way to losing to Marcos before acting gig, lost to Waterson. So a lot of people don't like Luana Pinheiro. Make what you want with that. Don't sway too much into your emotions a lot. Give me Gillian Robertson under 2.5 at a minus 148, and give me my best prop, Gillian Robertson to win this fight by submission or on points at a minus 220. The odds are perfect for this fight. I think Gillian Robertson has very good ground and pound, very good top control, and I think this time, right now in her career where she is the perfect time and place to be in order to beat a girl like Luana Pinheiro. Luana Pinheiro is a plus 300 underdog. It sucks because I think Luana Pinheiro might get cut eventually, but I hope she doesn't. I like this ground and pound from Gillian Robertson. I like the relentless pressure, and I like how she just keeps on moving forward. Remember what I said, guys. Gillian Robertson. What was the parlay? The 2-leg. Gillian Robertson and Damon Blackshear, or Mansour Malik and Gillian Robertson inside the distance. You could do Gillian Robertson by submission or on points. And then you could do Absor Malik. And then you could put somebody like Cortavius Ramirez. There's a nice little 3-leg right there. I don't like to do more than 4 legs. So my 6th most confident pick of the week. Here we go. Little bit of a faster video this time. Reinier de Ridder, 17-2-0, making his UFC debut against Gerald Meerschaert. Not just any Gerald Meerschaert, the comeback king Gerald Meerschaert, who just beat Edmund Shabazian. This is, if not one of the most competitive fights. This guy was actually going to be my lock of the week as well. I was thinking, should I put this guy as my lock of the week? But we see a lot of exchanges and grappling exchanges for him. But we know if you're going against the comeback king, you don't really want to lock this guy. Will this fight go the distance? No, at a -196. Total rounds under 2.5 is a -148. And what I like best is Reinier de Ridder by submission or on points, -170. I think it's perfect. I think he should be able to beat a guy like Gerald Meerschaert, but we know a guy like Gerald Meerschaert's tough.
If I can ever get close
Right here, he says he wants to finish this fight inside the distance.
to one of the records he holds, it would be amazing. So cool to see him fight. I've always watched this. But it's a great matchup. I'm very happy that they've given me him for my first fight. As he is a veteran, he's a real name, and I think if I can really put a stamp on this one,
I'm getting sick.
I
But you
can
say
start,
you saw
some leverage to
a
start
booger come out my
out.
nose, but you can hear that he wants to finish this fight inside the distance. That's another reason why I'm not going to be able to watch these fights on Saturday, because I've been going out a lot, so I've been getting a little bit more sick than I expected. Reinier, former 2-weight-1 FC champ, Reinier de Ridder, makes his UFC debut this weekend against veteran Gerald Meerschaert. Tough. The Dutchman is a very interesting grappler, legit submission threat, but how will he do on the big show? Right here, he shows his grappling. He has very good grappling, and I like this. I can definitely see him grappling and out-grappling a guy like Gerald Meerschaert, but a guy like Gerald Meerschaert wants to be on the ground. So if you're in a position where you're grappling him against the fence, be careful against Gerald Meerschaert, because you could get put into a nice little submission from Gerald Meerschaert. Gerald Meerschaert is a very high, relentless finisher. We know this guy is very good on the ground, has very good submissions off his back. If not the best submissions I've ever seen off of his back. Like, this guy is out, and this ref doesn't even realize. This is insane. That ref should be fired. Right here, he has a good headlock to win. Throws a little knee up the center. Throws a little knee on the ground as well. Another one, very good top control, very good control overall. And I think he should be able to win this fight. Although he did lose both of his belts to the same guy, and he's only 31 years old, it should be a very competitive fight. If he's not able to get the takedown, he looks very sloppy. I think he has better takedown defense than Gerald Meerschaert, and he has better takedown accuracy than Gerald Meerschaert. And I think he should be able to win this fight against Gerald Meerschaert. Very competitive fight. Give me Reinier de Ridder to win, specifically by submission or on points at a -170 to beat Gerald Meerschaert. Turn a -310 into a -170. And those were my 6 best bets. Let me give you guys another quick recap. Cortavius Ramirez to win. Damon Blackshear to win his fight, moneyline. Charles Radke to win his fight. Lock of the week, Mansour Abdul Malik. 5, Gillian Robertson. 6, Reinier de Ridder. And the bonus. You guys are going to love this bonus. What's it going to be? You guys know what? You guys know me. You guys know I play this game. You guys know I play this game with the over. So what's it going to be? The bonus. I have 2 bonuses for you guys. Over 1.5. That's right. Over 1.5 at a -130. You better get that shit right now, because that shit's going to turn into an under 2.5 by tomorrow. FanDuel likes to play these games where they drop a prop, and then all of a sudden, if so many people are on it, then they change it. So I already jumped on it. Half a unit on the over 1.5. Does this fight go over 7.5 minutes, or does it not? It's either yes or no. You could flip a quarter on it. You could literally take both sides, and one of them is going to hit. Give me the over 1.5 at a -130. I think that's going to be crazy. Give me just specifically money line. I'll just take the over 1.5. If you want to put in a parlay, you definitely can. I like it. And my more safer prop, just in case he gets a first-round KO over Neil Magny, my more safer prop is one of the best props that a lot of people are going to like, and everybody probably has this prop. It's parlayable. Carlos Prates by KO, -290. And then I like this KO round combo, where we can do Carlos Prates to win by KO in rounds 1, 2, or 3, -175. Carlos Prates to win by KO in rounds 2 or 3, plus 230. Carlos Prates to win by KO 2, 3, or 4 plus 165. And then Carlos Prates to win by KO rounds 3 or 4 is plus 450. I don't think it's likely. Excuse me. I think if he gets the knockout, I think it's going to be very early in rounds 1, 2, or 3. Maybe 4 if it's likely. I don't know. Going to be a very competitive fight. Give me Carlos Prates to win this fight by rounds 1, 2, or 3 out of minus 175. Give me the over 1.5 out of minus 130. And give me Carlos Prates to win by KO out of minus 290. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this is a good parlay. I'm going to repeat them all over again. Carlos Prates by KO, straight, minus 290. Over 1.5, which means 7.5 minutes, minus 130. And Carlos Prates to win by KO in rounds 1, 2, or 3 at a minus 175. If you want to get fancy, Carlos Prates to win by KO in rounds 1 or 2 at a minus 115. I don't like that. I like Carlos Prates to win by KO rounds 1, 2, or 3. And I think it should be a good fight. Rounds 1, 2, or 3 turns into a minus 175. Just by KO straight is a minus 290. And my best prop might not be the best prop if it doesn't hit, but the prop that I like the most is Carlos Prates to win by KO in rounds 1, 2, or 3 at a minus 175 and the over 1.5 at a minus 130. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like Carlos Prates to win this fight by KO. Let me know if you guys like the bonus. Let me know if you guys like the lock of the week. I know this lock of the week is a little bit more chalky-locky, but I just for this week, just to get past this week, just so that way we could be in good condition for UFC Jones versus Miocic, Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. I just want to hit this lock of the week so that we could get into next week and we could get into very good talks and have very good... I just want to have a very good win streak heading into 309. I just want to have a great win streak just heading into 309. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys like it. And I hope you guys are a fan of Carlos Prates as much as I am. He's a very good guy. You know, tends to always... You know, he drinks a lot. You know, he has that little side to him. But we all have that side to him. But at the end of the day, he's a professional athlete just trying to make it out the gutter, just like all of us. So, not like all of us, but he's doing something that a lot of people can't. So I give respect to him. Hey! Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let's get it. Peace. Hey.